Hello, everybody. What's up? It is the one and only African superstar back at it again. Yes. Today is a rainy day here in Columbus. Can you guys see the rain in the clouds? You see the rain? There's Taco Bell in the background. Yes. And I just watched an episode and another romance scam that kind of resulted in an individual taking their life. And I was watching it and I was hearing some of the facts and figures, and also as somebody who lives in Ghana and hearing firsthand what's going on the ground, I want to talk about this topic because the West, with its infinite knowledge, hasn't figured this part out, which is Americans are lonely and desperate, which makes them an ideal target for scams. Big shout out to the African superstar family. Dove Fly KM is the first in the building. Make sure you like the stream. If you're catching a playback, make sure you leave your comments below. Yes, if you're not subscribed to us, make sure that you do. I'm the one and only African superstar, and I want to talk about this today. So like I said, I ran across a scam. Some of you guys may have heard about it. There was a 57-year-old woman who had sent over $1 million to, basically a fake profile that has been traced back to Ghana. And this woman, died suspiciously. People are saying that it's suicide. Her family does not agree with that, but whatever the case may be, they found her body in the Mississippi River. I believe her name is Laura Koval. You can go look up the story. It happened recently, within the past few months. And I see a lot of this. Happening to Westerners, and these voids of loneliness, these voids of desperation create the perfect storm for these scammers. Because what I have to tell you is that people that are outside of the West, they are very unapologetic about their hustle. They don't really care what happens. They don't care how you can lose your life savings. They don't care about the emotional distress. Their attitude is, if you fall subject, you fall subject. And I always try to encourage you guys to be proactive and protect yourself. What I'm also seeing from the other end is that many people are warned. Many people are warned that red flags are there. They have certainly heard about romance scams. I know that, when I try to do certain transactions, I've seen little pop-up boxes that come, like if you're trying to send a payment on your bank account, or you're using wire transfer websites like Sendwave or Western Union. A little pop-up will pop up and say, do not send money to people that you don't know. Even on Facebook, sometimes when you get a message from someone who's not a friend, there's no mutual friends, things like that, it will say, do you know this person? And kind of give you a warning. There's a lot of awareness that's out there. But what I see from my position in Ghana is that people don't want to believe it. You see, hope is a very powerful thing. And although they've heard of some of the sob stories and the bad situations, they're hoping that in their case, it's not true. That their relationship or their romance or this romantic interest or whatever is going to be genuine. So, there's two sides to it. That's why I put some people are lonely and then others are desperate. A lot of the women, quite frankly, hello, a lot of the women that are coming to the continent looking for love prospects, they fall in that latter category. A lot of seniors, senior citizens, maybe widowers, that kind of thing, they may fall into the lonely category. But a lot of the Westerners, like those in my generation, 40s, 50s, 60s, still active, still healthy, yeah, they're falling in that desperate category. And these two elements is what makes people a prime target. Because whether or not you know it, whether or not you're aware, when you are in either of those categories, you emanate that energy. People can see it on you. People can hear it in the way you talk. People can tell when they start interacting with you that, ooh, this person is lonely. Ooh, this woman is desperate. She'll do anything. How else can you explain someone who you meet online, because online is basically the vehicle that's connecting the scammers to the victims? Okay. What's up, Michelle Kendrick? I see you in the building, guys. Please, if you're here, I see a few of you here. Make sure you greet me in the chat room. Big shout out to the African Superstar family. It's the one and only. Okay. You know, I don't shy from truth. I don't shy from the hard facts. I just got to tell you guys, because, you know, you put yourself at a huge disadvantage when you when you become one of these categories. You know, when you become lonely or when you become desperate, you become a target. Okay. People can see it. Okay. People can see it on you. So how else can you explain, let's say, let's go on the other side, you know, the desperate ladies coming to the continent looking for love on the continent. They want love on the continent. Okay. You are confessing love to someone you've never physically met or seen. Okay. You're doing that rapidly within a couple weeks, a couple months, maybe. Okay. This person is telling you they want to get married. They may express they want children. You don't consider, well, you know, you haven't found anybody in your location at all. You don't consider that, obviously, although we warn you continuously that a lot of people on the continent romanticize the West, are desperate to travel, have been brainwashed about the West. You don't make those correlations. You're ready to pick up and fly. Okay, buy a plane ticket to, you know, Nigeria, buy a plane ticket to Ghana or Kenya or Senegal, wherever they are. Okay, now you won't fly and come and tour the country with the African Superstar and Taye Hugru. Hello. You won't go visit my homegirl, Lady Visionary, in Rwanda. You won't go see, you know, T3 and me out there in Zanzibar, but you're ready to hop on a plane to go meet someone that you've met in your Tinder DMs, Facebook Messenger. Listen, it's desperation, guys. Now, I got some ladies in here. How many ladies do we have in the room? All right, where my ladies at? Say hi. Where my ladies at? Say hi. Big shout outs. What's up? What's up? What's up? Look, Lady Visionary want to talk about this. Lady Visionary, I haven't even landed yet. Are you ready to get in here? Oh my goodness. I think I'll let her in because she yeah, I haven't had a request. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna let Lady Visionary drop her point and then I'll continue on. Big shout outs to the African Superstar family. Guys, if you're feeling this topic, make sure you like the video. Hello. We are remonetized. I forgot to mention that. The channel is remonetized after 6 months of not being monetized. So please do support the content. Hello. But most importantly, please use critical thinking as you are, you know, navigating these online streets of dating and meeting people. I want to say probably at this stage of the game in 2024, a lot of these vehicles are probably more filled with scammers than anything else, you know, because this is how scammers are finding their victims globally. And like I said, it's very obvious, you know, who is who. Now, for the lonely folks, you know, like I said, there are seniors, you know, people that are widowed. You know, a lot of times, unfortunately, they divulge a lot of information. So when they start chatting up someone online, they start telling them, oh, yes, I just, you know, I'm always here alone. Big shout out, Brown Coat Blue. Thank you so much for the love. I'm here alone. I really wish, you know, I'm really looking for somebody. You know, they will just divulge all their details. Okay. That's a telltale sign. The scammers are like, ooh, they're rubbing their hands together. Big shots. Let's let Lady Visionary get in and say her piece. Hi, sweetie pie.
How are you? Been a while.
I know. Good to see you. How are you?
someone is going to jump in because he's also wanting to. We were just on a live talking about, this is Colin Keith Roach from Rwanda. So I don't know if you can hear us well. Can you hear me
Yeah,
well?
I can hear you.
So
I can hear you.
we were just talking about this because we were just on live, and just saying that people are falling victims because they're trying to find love on the continent, and they're falling victims to scammers. People that they're pouring their heart out to online, but they have a plan for them, and the plan is
Absolutely.
only money. So I want you to speak about that, Colin, because we were talking about that. We're just talking about that.
Hi, hello.
Hi, thanks for joining my
Um,
show. How are you? I'm the
yeah,
one and only African superstar. Yes.
okay, I look at your channel from time to time, and
Thank you so
I've done a lot. But I'm kind of experienced with this kind of thing about pouring your heart out to people and getting burned. I'm not ashamed to say it happened to me when I just came here back in 2019 and
Wow.
2020. 2019, I came here in October 2019, and 2020 in the shutdown, I, I got burned. Like,
He got burnt. His heart got burnt and his pocket got burnt. Okay,
So-
You saw did so you did you find a beautiful woman online from Rwanda?
I didn't find her online. I met her in person.
You met
So
her
it
in
was,
person when you were there. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
yes. And I fell for the okie doke, and I paid a price. But I've recovered
Yeah.
from that.
But
I'm
okay, what
okay.
advice can you give to the people listening out there?
Listen to me.
Before we get into that, I want to say, did you see the red flags and just choose to not acknowledge them, or was she really good and crafty at tricking you?
The red flags were there. I just refused to acknowledge it because when you fall in love, you become foolish.
Thank you for being honest. Yes,
And
thank you
yes,
for being honest. Yes,
when you fall in love, you become foolish. And
yes,
so that was what happened. And let me tell you something. These ladies here and these guys here who are slick, they're no less sophisticated than the folks in Los Angeles, New York, or Miami. All
yeah,
right? They have every trick up their sleeve, And I'm going to tell you everything you want to hear, and they do the right things and so forth. But at the end of the day, you're coming up with money, which they're
mm,
going to gladly take from you and walk away.
yes, yes, indeed. Indeed. And
Right.
so that's what kind of this episode is about, because it's happening a lot in Ghana where I live, and other places where diaspora are going, and a lot of women in particular are meeting men online, through Facebook Messenger, Instagram, TikTok, wherever, the dating sites. And then they are coming. I spoke to someone just yesterday. I'm on holidays in Ohio visiting my family. And I spoke to someone just the other day who was saying to me, well, I know you live in Ghana, and my cousin in New York just met this guy from Nigeria, and she just flew over to see him, and they met online. And I said, this is sounding kind of familiar, because there really is a template to how they operate. And you really have to think logically that, especially a lot of times, we are finding people on the continent are very, very attractive, extreme. I've seen the Rwandese women, they're beautiful. So I could see how
Oh
you could
my
get down
God.
there. Yeah, they're
I
very
fell,
stunning.
I
And I
fell
could
for
see
that.
how you could, yeah, you
I,
could, you could,
I met the most beautiful black woman I have ever seen on a
yes.
rainy night, in a restaurant when I just got there. And I was bitten, snake bitten.
And for the ladies, you're seeing some of the most handsome, athletic, tall, dark, deep voice. You're meeting these, strapping men, and they are just showing you attention and affection. And like you said, they're charming. They know what to say. For some people, this is their industry, so they know how to
They
really,
have
really do this.
they have a PhD in this. Don't mess with
Absolutely,
these.
absolutely. And so you have to ask yourself the very critical questions of, okay, well, why, I know that, yes, obviously, I'm a good girl, I'm a good man, I would attract people, but what is the motives behind this relationship, especially if they are just really, really adamant, or the relationship is progressing quickly, within a week or two, they're saying they love you, they want to settle down, you're the perfect one. They've never met a woman like you. They've never met a man. Now, ladies, like I pointed out earlier, we have some ladies in the room. And we know that sometimes to get the man that we really love to settle down, it's not a fast process. You know what I mean? So when you're meeting a complete stranger and they're already, ticking these boxes after a month or two, they've said, I love you. I love you. I want to get married. I want to have a baby. You got plenty of folks out there that've been together for years. They're still not ready to get married. They're still not ready to have babies. They're still not ready to move in or make it official. So why is this person doing that? You have to realistically ask yourself the question. And I really commend our guest today for being honest that, he started to see the red flags, but the woman was what he liked. So he just ignored it, hoping for the best. And a lot of us are trying to take that perspective. But Americans, unfortunately, are becoming huge victims of this, both in the West and also in Africa. There are also scammers from Asia. They try to put a big spotlight on what goes on in West Africa, but I'm hearing that in Thailand, Malaysia, Philippines, it's going down over there too. So
Viral.
our voids are putting us in a disadvantage.
White boys are getting taken too, big time. White boys are getting taken.
That's why I say it's a Western thing. British as well. Lady Visionary and I lived in the UK, and a lot of people are getting holiday scams. That's what we call them in the UK. They go to Turkey, they go to Egypt, they go to Morocco, and they meet folks over there. And I mean, they're scamming too, so it's a widespread problem, but it's highlighted by our voids. You see, we lack community in the West. We lack, interconnectivity with each other, which makes us very, very lonely and desperate. And so, because in Africa, I've actually never met an African woman or an African man tell me he's lonely. She's lonely. That they are depressed. That they nobody cares about them. It seems that that's not really a problem on the continent because of community. People have families, they have friends. It's a lot of people around, so they don't necessarily deal with that loneliness the way that we do in the West. We don't even know our neighbors in some cases. We don't even see our family on a regular basis. These kind of things make us set up to be victims, and I think that those of us on the continent, obviously, Lady Visionary and I, we're strong voices on things to be mindful of when you are planning your trip or planning your migration. Do not fall victim to these things, guys. You may think that, no, you're so smart, it can't happen to you. Or you might think, yeah, that happened to him, that happened to her, but he really loves me, she really loves me, this is the one. And I'm also not saying that cultural relationships are not possible. Lady Visionary has one. She's married to a Rwandese, and they have a beautiful family, and they've had a lovely marriage. But you have to do your due diligence just like you would in any other thing. So don't jump into these things. Indeed. Dovefly KM says we need to love ourselves first.
If you notice, Superstar, when these people that you befriend, you notice they don't take you around the families very often. Okay? These people, when they're out to scam you, there's always a reason why you cannot meet the family. There's always a reason that they isolate you and them wherever you are. That's
because they probably won't. Their families and friends probably don't really even know about you. They don't want their friends and family, because in African cultures, when a relationship is serious, that's an indicator that the relationship is serious, because they're going to take you home, they're going to introduce you to their parents or their siblings, and that kind of validates, I really, this person is serious to me. Now, in some cases, they can also get their family in on the scam as well. The family will participate. You know, if the fish is big enough,
She
if the
said
fish
they
is
can
big enough,
get family
In the scam.
in the scam.
Yes.
Wow. Yes,
yeah,
true.
so that's not always a foolproof way. Okay, he's taking me to meet his mom, or I've heard ladies say, "Oh, I've talked to his mom on video camera in Nigeria. I've talked to his sister. You know, she calls me every day." That's not necessarily a foolproof, indicator. But when they are serious, traditionally they have to include the family. You know, if you're a woman, the man is supposed to go to your family, ask for your hand. There's a thing in Ghana called knocking, which is when you go to the family home and you let them know you want to marry the woman, and you start those traditional procedures. So these are things that, again, I would encourage you to learn if you are dealing with a continental African. Understanding the culture and the way things should go is very valuable to you, because then you'll be able to know, like he said, wait a minute, I don't know any of his friends. I don't know any of her friends. We've been dating for 6 months. We've been dating for 2, 3 years. I've never met any of his family. That is a red flag. That's
Big
a
red
red
flag.
flag. Huge. And you will see this from our friends that are actually married interculturally with good marriages and families. A lot of times they have a relationship with their in-laws, like my girlfriend's sister Ya in Ghana. Her in-laws are very involved in her life, and she does business with them and things like that. So that's an indicator as well. Sorry to cut you off, Lady Visionary, go ahead.
I was just saying on your point, because I have a sister who, well, it's a diasporan sister who, I saw the red flags, but, the guy has really wheeled her in terms of his family, using his family, and it's all a scam. I see it for what it is, but she's like, I've met
Yeah.
the family, I've met this, met that, but it's all part of the plan in order to get money. And these people, they will pretend for as long as they need to, because there
Yes.
will be a limit for them. Because once you get so emotionally attached, and we've all been there, where we're willing to do anything for the people we say we love.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
when we come here, we have a vulnerability, which is we want to make this place home so bad. You understand? And home, we want to make this place home so badly, girl. And home, before anything else, means relationship, right?
Absolutely.
It means stability. That means having yourself a partner, right? And and these people recognize this.
They recognize
These
it.
They can see it.
They see it. They see it.
They see it.
Right.
I was talking about that before you guys came in, that when you are lonely and when you're desperate, it's like a tag. People can see it. I personally see it as well. A lot of these women that are coming to Ghana, they're doing things in Ghana that they would not do in the West. They're dating men, 10 to 15, 20 years younger than them. They're paying his way. When they're in America, they can't date a man who doesn't make a lot of money, doesn't have a car, doesn't have this, doesn't have that. They come to Africa and they're dating an Uber driver. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but they're dating, somebody who may not be established. They're dating someone significantly younger than them. They're dating someone they don't really know that much about. And it's just like you abandon all common sense when you come to the continent. It's a surefire way to get your feelings hurt.
Jesus.
It's a surefire way.
Yes, yes.
They come in our DMs and boohoo and cry, and it's just like, look, guys, be proactive. An opportunist is an opportunist anywhere in the world. If you make it easy for them, they're going to take it. They're going to do it. And that's what we're seeing on the continent. That's exactly what we're seeing.
All right.
100.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
here we are. Here we are. And which is why you need your network, right? And when you start to go astray, your network pull you back in line. And actually, what the hell you think?
Yes. Yes. Indeed. But I know that they're not going to probably listen to us. We've been pretty much saying the same things for years and years, but it goes on the record that, we are trying to advise you well. And again, I'm not saying that successful relationships can't happen, because I see that too. They will kind of pedestalize those. So I've had people talk about, for instance, Sister Ya, my girlfriend in Ghana. Mr. Ankuma is her husband. He's tall, big, and fine. They've been married, they celebrate their 10-year anniversary. And, he takes great care of her. They have a great relationship. So some of these ladies will say, well, it worked for Sister Ya. Well, yeah, but Sister Ya did her due diligence. You know what I mean? Sister Ya went through the channels and took her time to select the right partner. And that's why it's working. You met somebody on Facebook Messenger 3 weeks ago, it's suspect. He doesn't. And now if he, for instance, you meet him in America, he's already got his documents, he's already well established, or you come to meet him in Ghana, you see, wow, this person is got they're independent, they can travel by their own means, then maybe they are not motivated by some ulterior motives. But if this person has all kind of
Oh, the African superstar seems to have disappeared. I think it's a connection issue, but I think she will be back. But definitely, we'll be. I guess we'll be on here, and then we'll sign up. Right. But any last advice, Colin?
Are we on live?
Yes, yeah. We're on her live. She's out, but she'll probably come back.
Okay, I give all my advice that I can give to people already. I can't. I really don't have much more to say.
In other words, don't fall victim. It happens all the time.
Right. Establish your network before you do anything. Before you start a relationship. Before you buy anything of any sizable amount of money. Please. Otherwise, you're going to regret it. All right? These guys and chicks here are smooth. Many of them are smooth. Okay?
Smooth with the tongue. Smooth with the tongue. Smooth. Anyway, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So sorry about that, guys. My phone was misbehaving. So sorry. But basically, at the end of the day, it's about being wise when you are navigating these things, And by the way, Lady Vision,
the other, she's gone again.
Oh yeah, the other thing.
The other thing is, when someone wants to marry you very quickly, all right, and they've never been to the States, trust me, green card.
They want the green card.
That's green card right there. And after they get the green card, they dump you, okay?
Okay. It happens all the time.
It happens all the time.
But people never learn.
They never learn. They keep doing it. They think their situation would be different. And it's no different. It's just MO scams,
I think we're just like so mushy in the heart. Like emotionally, we get like...
You get weak. And
you get weak in the knees. You can hardly speak. You lose all control. Is that how it is?
Exactly, that's how it is.
Jesus. Holy smoke.
Oh my God. Love.
I'm telling you. I can't relate, but because I'm married, but for the single people who they're just looking for that one, and they hope, in your heart you hope that.
I have to get rid of people all the time because I know what they want. I'm very choosy who I bring into my life.
When you're coming from the States, when you're coming from, even as a married woman, I can be approached.
Of course, everybody get approached. Yeah.
If your husband is away, I'm 10 years younger. I can't be getting involved in all of that.
No.
Very focused, Lady Visionary on YouTube. I'm sure some of you already know me. On this channel, you probably also subscribe to my channel, Lady Visionary. But I'm not sure what's happening with African Superstar. I think she has some connection issues. But thank you all so much. I'm not sure if there's any questions in there. Let's see in the chat. I'm not able to see that. Oh, I'm not sure. I was just trying to see the comment section, but not okay. The comment section is here. What are people saying? Someone said exactly. That screams green card.
Okay. Green card, baby.
They want the green
Then
card,
you will be
nothing else.
dumped so
And
fast.
I've known like someone that's happened to, like, she's got married like for a good part of 10 years, and he was trying to get his British papers, because as soon as he got his British papers after 10 years, he dumped her as if she was nothing. And they were married.
There you go.
They were actually married. Like, the only thing he wanted were those papers. And he even gave her children. But in the end, he just said, well, I don't love you. I've never loved you. I've got what I want. What do you need now? But anyway.
Yeah. Lady Visionary, I was saying you just look absolutely radiant. You look so beautiful today, by the way. You look great.
You're also looking good yourself. I was like,
you look great, girl. No, I'm here in the US, so
I'm not sure what's
yeah,
happening.
you know, I'm just trying to get through. I'm here to visit my sister. So my sister mentioned to me that she really misses me being around. And so I came to do my summer holidays here instead of the UK where I normally go. So yeah.
Superstar Ghana?
She's in the States at the moment.
Oh. Where are you right now?
Yeah, I'm in Ohio. I'm in Ohio currently.
I'm in Ohio.
Oh, she's in Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I'm in Ohio. I'm sorry, my phone is like overheating. So I would really love to get into this topic a little bit more. I think I may try to do another part 2 on it. But at the end of the day, you know, self-love is important. Brown Coat Blue talked about that. You know, just being aware and having your wits about you. You know, and honestly, if a person is expressing interest in you, they can wait to go through the normal channels that relationships go through and getting to know each other. Matter of fact, they would even acknowledge, you know what, I know there's a lot of these scams going on, and I don't want you to suspect, you know, I have ulterior motives. So let's take our time and let's get to know each other and things like that. You know what I mean? And they wouldn't ask you for things, you know. Once they start with the sob stories, you've met them a week. Oh, my phone broke. Oh, my mom is sick. Oh, I need transportation. Oh, I need school fees. Oh, my rent needs paying. Oh, my nephew. You know, they have a laundry list of all these needs. It's like, who was taking care of you before you met me 2 weeks ago? You know, what happened? All of a sudden, your life has gone through a cataclysmic, chaos has set upon you since we met. You know, and ladies, I'm going to be a little vulgar here, but you know, when you start having sex with these African men, you know, it's easy to get hooked on them. And they know that. So they can use that to also, you know, subdue you. I'm sure it's probably the same for the ladies. You know, they're very beautiful and all of that. But I know, you know, there's a phrase in the community which is it's D down. Okay, so they will do that to you. And then next thing you know, you're behaving irrationally and you're doing things that don't make sense. Now, if you are a sugar mom or sugar dad and you don't care, okay, because it ain't tricking if you got it. Now, if you come in on some sex tourism stuff, you like, hey, I just want to have fun. I just want to do my thing. That's fine. I mean, I guess you know what you're getting into. But if you're looking for a lifelong partner or children or a genuine relationship, please take your time, you know, and also when you are Westerner, they have stereotypes about you. You know, most single Western women coming to the continent that are a bit older, they will assume that you are desperate. I've had men tell me, oh, you know, you're getting up there in age, you don't have any kids. Well, you know, what are you waiting for? Kind of trying to project this on me when I tell them, hey, I'm not, you know, I'm taking my time. I'm just not desperate. They expect you to be. So they have stereotypes about us when we come that they are going to try to exploit. So you need to be mindful. If you meet a man and he's saying those kind of things to you, you know, then he already has in his mind, okay, good, this is the mark. You know, this is going to be my mule, basically. So big shout out to the African Superstar family. We had a good turnout. I do apologize for my technical difficulties. And thank you so much, Lady Visionary, for adding your spin on it. And I'm sorry to hear this is also happening in Rwanda, but it doesn't surprise me because I know it's happening, all across the continent. As more of us come here, we will encounter certain things and we will be made aware of certain things. So I think
We
on the
need to put
continent, the
together,
desperation is showing, and in the West, the loneliness is showing. And
we
it's
need,
making us victims on both sides of the sea.
we need to put together a playbook for Africa. All
Yeah.
right? When it comes to matters of the heart, how you handle yourself. We need to put together some type of a manual, a playbook.
But I'm telling you, these folks on the continent are so beautiful and handsome. We can warn them up and down.
If you see
Some
these Rwandan ladies are particularly beautiful and persuasive. Do you understand me? And women have a way here of serving men that make these guys here so vulnerable. I mean, they will cook for you. They will do all the nice things for you, But at the end of the day, man, my child's school fees need to be
Okay,
paid.
guys, I'm going to wrap up the live stream
yeah,
because my
that's what.
phone keeps cutting off. I do apologize. I'm just going to end it now. So we may try to catch up with you guys another time if you're online when I try to continue this. But thank you so much
All right.
for stopping by. Big shout outs for everybody who viewed. If you're catching the playback, please leave your comments in the box below. And don't forget to support and subscribe to the channel. We are remonetized, so your support is valued. We appreciate our super chat donor, Mr. Browncoat Blue, showing tangible love and support. I will see you guys again later. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.